Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni is no stranger to headlines, but not for whispers of romance. No, the man is usually making waves with his iron-fisted grip on power and relentless pursuit of enemies.
Besigye will not demonstrate in Kampala.
Who are you? Who are you? Are you also
But this time the scandal has nothing to do with politics, at least not directly. This time it is about a forbidden love, a betrayal that cuts deeper than a coup, and a son fighting to clean his father's stained sheets.
I think I have an idea of what you have gone through.
Now the bombshell landed with the force of a presidential decree. Winnie Byanyima, wife of Museveni's long-time rival Kizza Besigye, let slip a truth that had been buried deeper than Uganda's secrets of state. In her book and a tell-all interview, Winnie revealed that she once shared more than just political ideas with Museveni. She shared his bed.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What do you think was the intention of this?
I don't know, because he seemed to want very much to remind people that a long time ago I had a relationship with President Museveni, and yeah, I did. but what relevance was it there?
It all started innocently enough, with a young Winnie knowing Museveni since she was 3. The ever-charismatic commander-in-chief was a frequent guest at their home, a presence that turned from paternal to passionate as the years went by.
Case?
None at all. Absolutely none. I mean, President Museveni is somebody I've known since I first became aware of the world. He was in my home, visiting our home when I was maybe 3 years old. I've known him all my life. So why he features there is not relevant, really. But I think that Mwenda just thought that this was an interesting angle, so I also threw it at him and said, okay.
Soon, Museveni and Winnie were not just exchanging glances over family dinners, but slipping away behind banana trees, their meetings maturing from whispered promises to candlelight rendezvous and scandalous nights where, if bodies could talk, they would expose how they read each other's in Braille.
You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it.
But like all great affairs, this one burned too brightly, too quickly. Their love story, if one dares call it that, came to an abrupt end.
I think some people think that maybe that the relationship has an element of scandal and maybe it makes me uneasy. They couldn't be more wrong. They are so wrong. This is a relationship that I had so many years ago, and my views about it is that it was a normal relationship with some challenges, and I left it, but it's nothing to be, it's not interesting for the political discussion. It's just interesting between us, that's all.
But you found it interesting to put it in a book?
No, I mean, in my book, it's not a significant thing in the book, but it's just one of those events that happened in my life, a small event.
For Winnie, it was just another romance that fizzled out. For Museveni, it was something far graver, a ticking time bomb of reputation, a scandal that, if exposed, could shake the very foundation of his power. And shake it did.
I think I have an idea of what you have gone through.
The moment Winnie's revelations hit the public, Uganda's State House went into full-blown crisis mode. But while Museveni himself stayed silent, his ever-loyal son, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, charged into battle. Twitter became his battleground, and Winnie was the enemy. There was nothing normal about your relationship with my father. You found a happy home and tried to wreck it. You are a disaster of a woman, Muhoozi raged in a tweet that reeked of a wounded pride and desperate damage control. He didn't stop there. He claimed Winnie hadn't left Museveni. the great Mzee had kicked her out in December of 1986, dragging her out as she wept, banishing her to her parents' home like a disgraced concubine. The internet, of course, went into a frenzy. Popcorn sales skyrocketed as netizens braced for the next episode in what was turning into the juiciest scandal in Ugandan history. And Winnie, she wasn't about to let Muhonzi rewrite history. With the elegance of a seasoned politician and the fire of a woman who had been denied 2K urgently, she shot back.
They couldn't be more wrong. They are so wrong.
There is a more complex history between your father and me that we have both chosen to move past with mutual respect. However, if you continue to present a false narrative, I may need to provide hard evidence of the facts, she wrote. And just like that, Museveni's worst nightmare took shape. Evidence. The kind that could not be banished or wished away. The kind that could turn a flirtation into a full-fledged political disaster.
With the transport.
But the real question on everyone's lips wasn't just about the affair. No, Ugandans wanted to know, how in the world did Kizza Besigye, Museveni's former doctor and military officer, steal the woman right from under his commander's nose? Because this wasn't just a case of a lover lost. This was a full-blown betrayal.
Kizza Besigye, being appointed the Minister of Uganda, swear that I will at all times well and truly serve the Republic of Uganda in the office of a minister.
With the NRA.
My job has been mainly in the deliverance of medical services, both to the soldiers of NRA and to the population around our areas of operation.
Besigye had served under Museveni, had sworn allegiance to him, and yet he had taken the very woman Museveni had once called his own and married her. The very woman who once warmed Museveni's bed. And if that wasn't enough, the two had joined forces to become Museveni's most persistent political enemies.
We are being abused, actually. If you have a case like we see in the church, that he had meetings, I don't know, in this city and that city and that city, that's a plan.
Actually, in the direction where candidate Museveni came from. And it was a tough time. Many of the people I was with in that dungeon have never been seen again. And these were very respectable, some of them elderly people. And our arrest, both myself and those individuals' arrest, had been prompted by a war that had started a short while earlier. A war that came out of a rigged election of 1980.
Some say this is why Museveni's hatred for Besigye burns with the intensity of 1,000 suns. A man can handle political opposition, but the sting of a stolen mistress, that, my friend, is so personal.
Besigye will not demonstrate in Kampala.
Hey, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Are you also Yes, you will fight.
Perhaps this is why Besigye has spent more time behind bars than on campaign trails. Why Museveni's son keeps hinting at hanging Besigye. Why Uganda's ruling family seems unable to let go of the past. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about power. It is about a love triangle that never truly ended. And maybe, just maybe, it never will.